Everyone alive.
Band wagon, come on and take a trip upon the band wagon. It's a wild
Be careless, boys, be careless.
band wagon. Come on and back your grip aboard the band wagon. Starting now, boys. Travel on the band wagon. Come on and take a ride upon the band wagon. It's a wild boys' pleasure.
Skiddly boom, skiddly boom.
On the band wagon. Starting now, boys.
Oh, that'll be it. That'll be it. Hello? Yes, Gordy? What, now? Oh, all right. Go on, Dickie. Gordon says start talking.
Oh, all right. Well, here we are, everybody, with another bandwagon, and tonight we're actually broadcasting from the flat. In fact, we're so busy with our packing. Oh, Arthur, do be quiet.
Well, we must get on with the packing. I'm very sorry, playmates. We won't be able to give you much attention tonight.
You see, at 9:30 tonight, the flat's being taken over by the new tenant, Mr. Greatrix Newman.
Curse him, the upstart folderol.
So we've got to have all our things cleared out of the place by then.
Yes, and so I know you'll excuse us, playmates, if we get on with our work. Thanks, that is so. Well, come on, Dickie. Let's pack the clock now.
Yes, well, where are we going to put it? The string bad's full.
Oh, we'll find a corner, put it in the suitcase. Oh, look, here's a letter in the clock.
Oh, go on. What is it?
All right, give me time. Oh, Dickie, it's your letter of introduction to me just before the first bandwagon. It's been in the clock all the time. No wonder it's always 8:30.
Well, do read it, Big.
Well, it's headed BBC W1. Now, listen, playmates, this will interest you. It says, Dear Mr. Askey, re-proposed new variety feature. As you refuse to release us from our contract, we have reluctantly arranged for you to broadcast in 3 weekly programs with an option for a further 3 weeks if, by any chance, you are successful. The bearer of this letter, one Richard Murdoch, has been appointed by us to ask you the questions, and we expect you to provide funny answers. Yours faithfully, the BBC. Oh, look, Dickie, there's something on the back as well.
Oh, yes, it's the first words we ever said.
Oh, yes, we were so nervous in those days we used to write everything down, didn't we? Yeah, now, listen, playmates, no fooling. This is really how Band Waggon started on the 5th of January, 1938.
Right, are you ready?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the first of our new series of variety programs.
Hey, Dickie, I'm writing to Mother. Has Band Waggon got 2 Gs or a tractor?
As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to
Well, now,
introduce
come on,
you
get on
to-
with it. We haven't got all night, you know.
I've got to make an announcement, I know that.
Yes, and the trouble with you is you know so little and know it so fluently. Shh. Quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must apologize for the interruption. It was Arthur Askey, our resident comedian in person. Nobody knows why he's called the resident comedian, because he doesn't live here either.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the resident technical hitch.
Arthur, I'm supposed to be running this show.
You run it? You couldn't run a temperature. Don't you realize you're supposed to make people laugh?
Well, don't I make you laugh?
Well, you make me scream, but that doesn't help the listeners. They can't see you. Yes, well, very funny you should say
Very
that. Okay, well, make your announcement. Big-hearted Arthur, that's me. Oh, Dickie, that was the first time I'd said it. Big-hearted Arthur, that's me.
And we rarely said all that, Arthur.
Yes, we must have sounded pretty loud. We couldn't have sounded very good, could we?
Band Waggon proudly presents Chestnut Corner. An interesting collection of old jokes you might never have heard again.
My wife's gone to the West Indies.
Jamaica?
No, she went of her own accord. That's a nice little dog you've got with you. What do you call him?
Nazimova.
Why do you call him Nazimova?
Well, every time he sees the butcher's boy in the street, he rushes at him and Nazimova.
I've got a dog, too.
What's his name?
I call him Corset.
Corset?
Because he's tied up all day and let loose at night.
I haven't seen your girlfriend for a long time.
No?
Has she kept her figure?
Kept it? Lummy, she's doubled it. I never go to the pictures.
Why not?
I can't stand anything that moves on a sheet.
And that ends the original Chestnut Corner. Next week, we can't bring you some even older old jokes. So meanwhile, carry on, Band Waggon. I say, Arthur, listen, are there any more bits in the bedroom to pack? There's still a corner in the suitcase.
Well, I've just found our bucket and spade.
Oh, the ones Mr. Newman lent us at Hastings last summer.
Yes, here they are.
Oh, look, Big, my crab's dead.
Well, there's such a smell in the bucket, I don't wonder.
Oh, well, I never play with it now. We'll give it to Sid Walker.
Yes, I expect he'll give us a windmill for it.
By the way, Big, it was when we came back from the seaside last October to start Band Waggon again that we first met Sid Walker.
Have I only known him that long?
Yes.
Go on.
Don't you remember? I introduced you to him. He'd just finished his first problem, and you said to me...
Well, so long, chums, till next Wednesday. Lummy, but I do bump into some funny how-do-you-do's now, don't I? Day after day, I'm on me way in the rags, bottles or bones. Out in the street, strange folks I meet, in the rags, bottles or bones. Folks all look out of their windows when they hear me calling and crying. Day after day, I'm on me way in the rags, bottles or bones.